Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. Ooh, I got a good one for you today. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Right as in 25 rules to live by storytelling. Story with a message. Message in the story for life. I'm giving life lessons. You receive them. I hope you use them. Let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is a way of life, and right thinking is a way of life through mental and spiritual disciplines daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is to do that for my right thinkers and all my students follow right thinking philosophical concepts. But you have an obligation to yourself to do what? Know yourself. Let's go. If you don't know, I can help you with that. That's why I do what I do for you. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and know that they know not is simple. I can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I can educate you, enlighten you. Let's go. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them spiritually. I have knowledge that will wake you up. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I wake you up to yourself with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know, is wise. Follow them. All these persons beside in you. Right thinking, know thyself. And to my yacht be true. Today, or this evening, I got the crickets chirping, Mother Nature doing this thing, cars are going by. Okay, I'm in a good place. So, right thinkers, let's talk about the power of prayer. Mm-hmm. From my experience, I don't have beliefs, I don't have concepts, I have proof. Let's go. I have, excuse me, I have to show, I have to say this experience. I have to share this experience of the power of prayer from my prayer experience. Yeah, it gets that strong with me. I get emotional. I get, I gotta be careful with that. Yeah, because the spirit, you gotta watch that spirit, boy. He grab you and shake you up. You look around, you way out of line. So let me try to stay focused. I can and I know how to pray. Trust me. I just took it to be personal. I talk to God on a regular basis. Now that I know Him personally, but I don't pray out loud. That's because I feel like when Jesus asked Jesus how to pray, He told him to do what? Go off by yourself. It's personal. When He wanted to pray, He exited and went and did what He had to do. So I had that concept. I always felt that way. I'm not a preacher, so I'm not an external prayer. Okay, what they call it. I'm an internal prayer. I talk to God internally. That's my concept. That's what I view. And I'm hoping people understand that. Yeah, I'm a teacher. Yeah, I have words of wisdom. Yeah, that's what I do. But I'm not a praying man verbally out loud. My pastor said I'm growing. I know I'm growing, but it ain't something I'm planning on trying to perfect. Okay, I'm not trying to be a master. Here you go. I'm a master right thinker, yes. But in life, I'm still a student growing spiritually. And in the spiritual realm, when it comes to praying out loud, that's not my cup of tea. I pray, or I'm prayed for by my best friend. I prayed for my best friend, my pastor, who normally prays for me daily for reasons unbeknownst to me. I felt the desire and the need to pray for him. And that morning, I expressed that to him, and he let me do it. And I put in a prayer for him. We said a few words. I said a few choice things, and laid it out there. Later on that day, he told me, Brother Wright, I need you to pray for me more. And I pray for him every day internally, but I never pray out verbally. So that he said, "No, Brother Wright, you got to say some words because your words have power." I had the best day ever. That's the power of prayer. And if you don't believe and understand it, then you ain't in connection with God. I told you I'm a prayer warrior. If I pray for you, you get results. And the daughter went to the hospital emergency room. I told her, I'm praying for you. She come next morning and said, Daddy, everything went okay. Thank God. So, yeah, I use it when I have to. Okay. Saturday morning, again, I returned the favor. I prayed out loud for my pastor, and the results was extraordinary. Second time I did it with my first lady, I was told that she was victorious in a situation that she's confronting. I'm not a preacher. I'm spiritual. And I do have compassion. I do show empathy. I do care for those who I deal with. The next thing is, if you know God, He will hear and answer your prayers from sincerity. Remember, He knows your heart. And I know for a fact my heart is where it's supposed to be. So I know when I talk to my Father, my higher spirit, and again, my Father, I get results and I get answers. That's just me. That's just the power of prayer. I'm trying to explain to you from my understanding, from my experience. I ain't claiming to be somebody who, or the hill. No. But I know words of power. I know words have power. Okay? Egyptian time we call it the heka. Words of power. Okay? I don't pray out loud because I feel like God knows my heart. Again, I explain all that to you so you can understand it, and I hope you understand it. I know I was on my heart to pray for my pastor. I did that already. I know, I have godly powers, and I use them for the good, never evil. The same way you can use your powers to heal and help, you can do the same thing to hurt and destroy. They say God is what? Generated or destroyed, whatever acronym they use for that. Again, that's a modern concept. Why? We didn't have God at the time. We dealt with matter. And the head man was Ra. Amen Ra Patah, another lesson. But right now, we're talking about the power of prayer. When you go into prayer, these preachers, and I tell anybody, okay, I have built up a good relationship, watch this, with God, with my higher self over the last 7 years since we made contact and right thinking was created out of a concept and thought in my mind. Now I'm sitting here in the lab doing what I do, okay? I'm comfortable talking to God from my heart and my mind internally. I think it, I feel it, I just don't verbally say it. Why? Because internal, that's where it goes. I'm an internal prayer. Here you go. If it don't work, if it didn't work, I wouldn't be doing every week for 7 years on a prayer line with fellow members of my church family, coming together, praying together for each other, and we've been doing it now for a while. And I first started out, it scared me because, man, we was asking for some stuff, and I was wondering, did I make a good decision? Because everybody in this place needs something, okay? But now I hear everybody giving thanks. I have to even chime in to put my 2 cents in to let them know how my prayer works and what's going on. So trust me, it's a good thing. All right, I brag about being a prayer warrior. I never thought I'd be doing that, and a churchgoer. But I'm not religious. I don't get caught up in that. But yeah, we celebrate, we fellowship together. I know where to go and how far to go. I pray daily. Something I never did before. Now I won't start my day without prayer. Difference. Okay? I can tell you that prayer works, and I'm telling you that. I'm not religious, so praying is spiritual. It ain't religious. It's being in touch with the higher power, and a good man, a God-fearing man, is in touch. I'm one of them. I'm a believer in God. Some say Jesus is God. I don't offense I just don't. No offense. Why? Before I was doing something before he was here. He's a biblical icon. Understand it? Respectfully understand it? I use Haru in the same concept. So I'm not saying yay or nay. I'm just saying what I have is equal to what you have. So there should not be no argument, no fight. Trust me. I have no issue with that. All right? Where we at? No. Okay. I'm on a personal line with my higher self. He answers my prayers, and I'm comfortable knowing that within myself. If I say I'm a prayer for you, you're in good hands. That's what I'm saying. Having that God connection, heart, mind coherence is the way to know God for yourself, because you're going to have a God experience that's going to let you know there's somebody working. And if you're living and doing right, you have your blessings. So now you understand how the game is played. If you're going to play a game, get the rules, understand the rules, and then practice to be the best at what you're doing. Mine is living. All right? When your thoughts and feelings are working as one, you're in balance, aka that's Maya. But the balance is the heart-mind balance. That thin line, that little bit, yeah, that's what you need to recognize and to know God for yourself. Now, my obedience to God daily is how I earn my blessings daily. He don't put a week in a hole. You do, you get. You be, you get. Simple as that. My obedience, I'm a prayer warrior because I believe in the power of prayer. Personally, myself. So I need somebody to tell me, yo, man, you should know. No. I already know. If you want to tell me about God, you're preaching to the choir. We could talk God all day. Don't have a problem. Okay? But to tell me about him, it's a waste of time. Okay? And we can discuss and but I'm going to be told about what? I know him. I can tell you about him. I have an ongoing day-to-day relationship with God. Yeah, we are tight. How many people can say that? I'm not a pastor. I don't run the church. I don't do none of that. But me and God is like that. Excuse me. Like that. All right? Meaning that connection. That's my identification to my higher self. Why? He created me. I look like him. The older I get, the more I look like him. I don't got no problem with that. That's the highest compliment I can receive. Just like your father. Bam! I love that. But I can put a face to my God. Why? He's up in heaven where he's doing his thing up there. Looking down on me, blessing me for doing what? The right thing. Understand that. Now, your God may not look like that, but I know mine. That's the concept. Here you go. That phrase, God is my everything. I live by that rule in my life day by day. Why? Because I fully understand it and I put it to use. Why? I live it. I just told you that. My everything. He bought me, he taught me, and he still watches over me. I can't make it no plainer. And if you had a good mother and father, you would have that concept. And if you didn't, you still can adopt the concept. Why? To inspire and motivate you to be your best self, regardless. Okay? Now, last one, I'm about to wrap this up. Wow, I got to do better this time. I'm killing it. Excuse me. I can always talk to God and get an answer. That's powerful. That's powerful stuff. And I know I had that power. Why? I use it for that purpose. Yes, I'm on that level with God. When I ask, he hears and delivers. That's tough. Let that sink in. How many people have a direct connection to God where they know when they talk to him, he listens and he delivers? It's power. My faith and trust in God is so that I expect good things daily. Me and adversities, that guy y'all call the devil, he don't bother me. Okay? Adversities, they come and go. I deal with them with the greatest of ease. But that other guy, that's gonna make me do something. No, my ego, he got no control until I give it to him. So understand that When you're walking with God, you're walking in grace and you're being guided and directed by a higher power. Trust it. Let your conscience be your God. God is consciousness, okay? I talk with him and he talks back with what? Blessings. He answers my good deeds and my good thoughts and my good things I'm doing with blessings that keep me doing that. That proverbial carrot, I'm just going to keep chasing it. Why? It's working for me. And if I never get the carrot, I could care less. Because why? Wherever he's taking me, that's where I'm going. I don't have to brag or boast about my relationship with God. I live it. I show it to you. I put it on display. And ain't bragging if you're doing it. If you're proving it, you can talk about it. Last one, I'm about to wrap up again. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm a prayer warrior. Why? Because I know the power of prayer for myself. Do you? I appreciate you. I'll be back.